of the WWE.
You know, Pat, we talked about...
She should be appalled. Chelsea Green makes disrespectful claim about Becky Lynch ahead of WWE Royal Rumble. The WWE Royal Rumble is approaching, and superstars are turning the heat up on the road to WrestleMania 41. Chelsea Green wrapped last year by becoming the inaugural Women's United States Champion, while Lynch has been on hiatus for 8 months. Now that the stakes are being raised ahead of the Rumble, Green is talking a bit of trash ahead of Becky's expected return. The Man and World Wrestling Entertainment's hot mess have not been officially announced for this year's Royal Rumble, but are rumored to be. However, they did duke it out in 2024. Chelsea entered at number 14, but was also the 14th elimination after Lynch tossed her out, with Green lasting over 17 minutes. Lynch entered at number 21 and lasted 22 minutes before Jade Cargill and Naomi made her the 24th elimination. Green had no eliminations of her own, and was Becky's only score. Green took to X/Twitter today to respond to a fan clip on her 2024 Rumble exchange with Lynch, specifically the elimination. The 33-year-old lashed out at Becky and expressed confidence in how full of regret big-time Bex is these days. She should be appalled that she treated the future of at WWE this way. I bet she is filled with regret. Chelsea Green wrote, officials have booked just one Green versus Lynch singles match since 2023. Raw on June 12th of that year saw Lynch defeat Green in just over 7 minutes. They've also worked 2 multi-woman tag team bouts at live events, where Becky's team came out on top. Chelsea Green to defend on WWE SmackDown. This week's WWE SmackDown will air live on the USA Network from Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. This will be the go-home show for Royal Rumble. Chelsea Green will defend her Women's United States Championship against Mcmahon on Friday night. Green defeated Yim in December to become the inaugural champion, then retained on January 10th, thanks to Piper Niven. Last week's SmackDown saw Mcmahon pin Chelsea in a tag team match that also included Niven and Mcmahon's new ally. BFAB.WWE has also announced the following for Friday's go-home episode: Jimmy Uso versus Carmelo Hayes, Liv Morgan versus Naomi, plus the Motor City Machine Guns and Los Garza versus DIY and Pretty Deadly. Seth Rollins gives huge update on Becky Lynch. Says she's not on hiatus from Wee Wee superstar. Seth Rollins recently provided an update on his wife, Becky Lynch. The visionary spoke about the man's ongoing projects, pointing out that she is not on hiatus from the Stanford-based company. Lynch spent over a decade as an active competitor in WWE. However, she reportedly left the promotion last June following the expiry of her contract. After she appeared in Netflix's teaser for Monday Night Raw, rumors indicated that the former Women's World Champion had re-signed with the global juggernaut. According to a recent report from Fightful Select, the 37-year-old had agreed on new contract terms with the promotion's officials. In a recent interview with Chris Van Vliet on Insight, Rollins spoke about his wife's projects during her time away from WWE. Meanwhile, he clarified that Lynch had not been on hiatus or taking a break. Instead, she had been working hard for the past 6 months. That my wife loves acting. She's way better at it than I am. She's got awesome stuff coming out. Obviously, she announced her bid on Star Trek, which is going to be sick. I think that comes out maybe next year, and she's got another thing that I'm not allowed to talk about that'll be coming out sooner than that. Yeah, I can't say anything. People have been like, oh, she's on hiatus, taking a break. She has not been taking a break. She has been working her tail off the last 6, 7 months. She's been hustling, Rollins said. H/T. ChrisVanVliet.com. Did The Undertaker take Becky Lynch's spot on WWE Raw's debut on Netflix? Becky Lynch was rumored to return on Raw's debut episode on Netflix. However, that did not happen. Another rumor later suggested that The Undertaker had taken the man's spot on the show, where he appeared to celebrate with Rhea Ripley after the latter dethroned Liv Morgan as the Women's World Champion. That on a recent edition of Live Q&A on Backstage Pass, WrestleVotes addressed the above-mentioned rumor about the Phenom and the Man. I have not had that confirmed on my end. I can't say that that rumor is necessarily false, but I can't say it's true at all. So I have not heard on my end anything about The Undertaker taking Becky Lynch's spot last night. It will be interesting to see whether Becky Lynch will return to WWE television before Royal Rumble 2025. Disappointing Becky Lynch updates following WWE Raw absence. The WWE Raw Netflix premiere has come and gone, and now the Red brand is moving forward into a new era with immense momentum. Becky Lynch was among the rumored Raw returns, but her comeback was saved for another time. Sources are now revealing new details on Lynch's WWE status and backstage chatter. The man has not wrestled since losing to Liv Morgan in the Raw Steel Cage match on May 27th, which came just 2 days after Morgan dethroned Lynch as Women's World Champion at WWE's King and Queen of the Ring PLE. Lynch went on hiatus after months of contract speculation, and then on June 1st, it was reported that the 37-year-old was a free agent as her WWE contract had expired. There had been light rumors on Lynch potentially going to AEW, but most expected her to stay affiliated with World Wrestling Entertainment. Backstage sources have just revealed how talents were also surprised at how Lynch did not return on Raw this week. Fightful Select adds that many in the locker room expected Becky to be on the show, but she was never scheduled for the Red brand's Netflix premiere. There are rumors about WWE cutting Lynch's return from the show, but that talk is incorrect and pure speculation. Lynch was not at the Intuit Dome for Monday's Raw and wasn't even in Los Angeles. The rumor mill fueled talk of Lynch returning this week after she appeared at a few Netflix-related promotional events, but the new mother of one confirmed to People that she was just there to support. Lynch was not at the Intuit Dome for Monday's Raw and wasn't even in Los Angeles. The rumor mill fueled talk of Lynch returning this week after she appeared at a few Netflix-related promotional events, but the new mother of one confirmed to People that she was just there to support. Fans continue to speculate on potential WrestleMania 41 plans for Becky Balboa. Sources noted that while husband Seth Rollins may be locking up with Gunther on the grandest stage of them all, Becky had no plans for WrestleMania Vegas in the works as of the end of 2024, and no return plans were solidified at that point either. However, multiple sources have expected her to be factored into plans. While there's no concrete word on when the 9-time WWE champion will be back, sources report that Lynch has always planned to return. Furthermore, both sides have expected to continue doing business together for some time. WWE to crown new women's champion. Becky Lynch is set to return to World Wrestling Entertainment in the near future, and she will have a new championship to chase. The inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion is scheduled to be crowned on next Monday's Raw. Officials have confirmed the tournament finals for next week with Dakota Kai versus Lyra Valkyria. Kai secured her spot by picking up wins over Katana Chance and Shayna Baszler in the opening round triple threat, then Zoe Stark in the semifinals. Valkyria conquered Ivy Nile,